Femi. Over 50,000 chanting his name for the first WrestleMania from this young man from Nigeria. However, things just got real. Brock Lesnar, who for the first time in his career may be seeing himself as an underdog in the heels in a match against the man the size of Oba Femi.
Yeah, I'd say pump the brakes on that one, Michael Cole. I think Brock has set a trap for the rookie Oba Femi. Got over a little confident, and tonight you're going to get the real Brock Lesnar. Like a pool shark, Oba Femi may have been hustled in the build-up to this showdown.
The most decorated combat sports athlete ever, Brock Lesnar. Looking into the eyes of that man, who is a track and field star. He represented the Southeast Conference in Alabama, a one-time outdoor, two-time indoor shot put champion. The first NIL athlete to win a championship. That was in NXT. And tonight, his first WrestleMania against one of the most decorated WrestleMania superstars of all time, the Beast, Brock Lesnar.
The most famous combat athlete on planet Earth. And what a perfect matchup for the fight capital of the world.
Let's take a look now at the tail of the tape between these two gigantic superstars, Wade.
Both massive human beings, perhaps Oba tipping the scale slightly, but wow, what a matchup. Carbon copies of one another.
Let's head up to Alicia Taylor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Tonight, the Beast, the Conqueror, the real ruler of WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar!
And his opponent, from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 310 pounds, Oba Femi!
You have to believe that the nerves are churning inside of Oba Femi. His first WrestleMania against a man who has dominated the likes of The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, Goldberg, Roman Reigns here on this grand stage. Bell rings, we are underway for one of the most anticipated matches in the history of WrestleMania. Lesnar, Femi. And a collar and elbow tie-up.
An absolute stalemate here.
You saw the tail of the tape pretty even between these two men. If you're Lesnar, what do you need to do to take out Femi tonight?
Well, Lesnar's smarts lie in the fact that he's got 25 years in the fight game. This cannot just be about pure power. Brock Lesnar is a bully in the ring. He cannot bully someone who is equally as powerful as him. He needs to dig deep and do something cunning.
And Wade, you've been in a number of WrestleMania matches. Your first one ever with the nerves there. And what does Oba have to do to combat that?
Well, I'll tell you right now, my first WrestleMania match, my body felt like lead. And it took a long time to shake that feeling off. If that's the case with Oba here, he's going to be in big trouble.
And Brock Lesnar overpowering Femi into the corner, delivering shoulders to the gut of Femi. And Femi stands up, shouts in his face, and knocks Lesnar to the mat.
And nobody has ever treated Brock Lesnar like this.
And a clothesline. Femi does not go down. And another one by Lesnar. And Femi's still on his feet. Lesnar with a look of shock in his eyes. And down goes the Beast. And Brock Lesnar needs to regroup. Paul Heyman doesn't know what to make of this. I told you, he's out of sorts, Wade. Lesnar's has never been in this position in his life.
Well, he may well be physically outmatched here, and that is simply not an equation that works in the mind of the beast, Brock Lesnar. Start thinking quick, Paul Heyman.
And this is what Lesnar, he could ill afford this, Wade. He's allowing Femi now to build confidence. Femi now knows he can go toe-to-toe with Lesnar. He's got nothing to fear at this point.
That's not human. Oh my God!
We speculated about those nerves, and that is exactly what Brock needed to do. Get away from the pure power battle. Get the advantage any way you can.
Oh, and into the post spine first, and that was a mistake Femi made. Brock Lesnar, the veteran, found the opening, and now Lesnar on the attack. And into the steps on the other side. And now Brock Lesnar's in his element.
And that was shoulder first into those steps. That's about as bad a way as you can hit it outside of the head, of course.
And Femi favoring his elbow as he drops to a knee. And Brock Lesnar about to bring Femi to Suplex City. We saw John Cena, our host, kick off the show tonight. Ask Mr. Cena what it's like to be in the ring with Brock Lesnar, yet another release German.
And it just goes to show you how tactics at this level are vital. It cannot simply be about who is the biggest, who is the strongest.
And now Lesnar closing in on his third German suplex of the match.
And now Brock Lesnar is being back to the Brock Lesnar we know only so well.
And Femi's hurt, Wade. Oba Femi is hurt. The destruction outside the ring and now the suplexes have taken down the ruler.
Well, this is a learning experience now for Oba Femi.
And looking for another German, but Oba Femi firing back with the elbows. Remember, it was Lesnar who eliminated Femi back in the Royal Rumble match. Oba into the corner with a running uppercut.
Well, Brock is wobbled here, Cole.
The big man with another running uppercut.
Got a big elbow on the temple and hasn't looked right since, but here we go.
Lesnar now with Femi up on his shoulders. Brock Lesnar looking to put him away. F5 to Femi. F5 to Oba Femi. And look at this. Oba Femi got back to his feet after the F5. Oh, and a choke slam by Femi.
Both athletes dropping their nuclear bombs.
Femi measuring Lesnar. Lesnar's up. No freaking way. Fall from grace. Femi with the win.
Here is your winner, Oba Femi!
I'm not sure Oba Femi can quite believe it, Wade.
While the world is in shock, Oba Femi took everything that Brock Lesnar could throw at him, including this F5. Brock Lesnar knows he has this in the bag. It's game over, except this guy, Oba Femi, is built a little bit different to anything we've witnessed before. And one fall from grace later, Oba Femi has just written his ticket to the very top of this industry right off the bat. Wow.
I want you to look at the ring right now. I want you to look inside the ring right now as we see Oba Femi making his way back up the ramp. Brock Lesnar is laid out. Brock Lesnar hasn't moved. Brock Lesnar was taken down by Femi tonight.
Oba Femi is everything he said he was. The ruler and destroyer, the bringer of war. This is the one we've waited for. Oh, we have to see this one more time here.
I'm still in shock. The fall from grace from Oba Femi to the beast Brock Lesnar.
And who the hell in history has thrown Brock Lesnar's body around with ease like Oba Femi?
Paul Heyman in complete shock. Lesnar's the man who ended The Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. But Oba Femi has slayed the beast tonight. Oba Femi, ladies and gentlemen, is the next big thing. I don't even know what to say.
They just speak for themselves, don't they?